Hello all, and welcome to week 4. The last 2 weeks, you planned out your personal narrative. I keep calling it a literacy narrative, but it's a personal narrative. You found a subject matter dealing with social justice. You brainstormed ideas of how it should go. You came up with a thesis statement. You came up with an outline for it last time. And this week what you're going to be doing is you will finish your draft of the personal narrative. You'll turn it in to your group. They will go over yours and give you feedback, and you will go over theirs and give them feedback as well. So let's go ahead and go through the expectations for this week, and then I will let you guys get started finishing your drafts. So first of all, here's the front page with all of the instructions. You're going to have a few different readings, and a lot of these will have to do with citing sources, because as it said in the instructions for this paper, you're going to have 3 sources in this paper that will add to the overall topic that you have. And so this week you'll be learning how to find sources to support what you're talking about. Alright, so first thing here is you have, as your assigned reading for this week, Lansford's Easy Writer, page 124 through 173. Now that might sound a little scary, because that would be quite a lot of reading, but there's only about 6 actual pages of reading there, and then the rest of it involves going and finding the citations that you're going to use. The rest of that is a giant list of MLA citations, and all of the different ways that you could cite all kinds of different writing, as well as how to do in-text citations, so the works cited citation and the in-text citation. For those who are uninitiated, the most papers that you write in college, you're going to have a very specific format that you use. For us, it's going to be MLA for this paper. And then you will have a citation anytime that you use information coming from an outside source. The citation is to show where you got the information from and list it in a digestible and easy to use way. And so in this paper, you're going to use 3 of those, as Dr. Zepeda mentioned in her video. So, alright, so I'll show you guys the reading part here. In Easy Writer, you start off on 124, it says Chapter 16, MLA Style, and then when you click to the next part, it's talking about what MLA citation style is, what it's used for, how to use it, how to format your papers a little bit, but mostly how to cite sources in your paper. And so this is an example that they have of an MLA Works Cited page with a long list of different sources, and then this here is an example from the text of how they use that source and how they've cited it here. They have an in-text citation that is simply the author's last name in parentheses in this case. Sometimes it has a page number, sometimes it has some other information. But they've gotten a bunch of information that they're using here from this paper here. In the text, they're just going to give very brief information to help the people reading it find it in a works cited page at the end. And at the end, they have all of their sources listed alphabetically by the author's name, the title of the article, where it was published, when it was published, who published it, page numbers, dates, all kinds of things. And it all has to be in this very specific order. So that's what you're using this book for, is it will show you, for your specific source, how you need to cite it. So next here, it's going to talk about some of the other elements of how MLA works. And and eventually it will get into pages like this, where it's going to start showing you concrete examples of how this works in an actual paper. Later on it comes to this page here, and this is just a really long list eventually. Am I on the right page? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, they've covered all of the bases here. So you're only going... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm on the right page. That's right. They're covering every single base here that they can to show you how to cite in every specific situation. So, like, if you need to cite a YouTube video, but you don't have an actual name for the person making the YouTube video, you only have their pseudonym that they use online, it has a citation set up for that. So what you can do, this is for an easy reference, you'll come down this list until you find whatever you're looking for. We're going to go with translation, and it'll take us to how to cite a translation with a single author. And then it shows you like concrete examples here of how that's supposed to look. For your own sources, this is how you will figure out how they need to look, and you can also use Purdue OLLU, which we'll look at here in a second. So yeah, you don't have to read 50 pages. Next part here. This is a video by Purdue OLLU explaining MLA a little more concisely than the book does, and you can use the link to Purdue OLLU's website to help you with citations as well. Purdue OLLU is probably better than our textbook. It will also probably always be there, whereas your textbook will eventually be out of date. The next one here is some... this one is a video about transitions by Dr. Zepeda. Make sure that you go ahead and watch this one because it will show you how to use transitions in your paper to make it flow really well and make it have cohesive ideas that all connect together. The next one here is a video, two videos really, talking about how to use search terms on the library database. The library database that we have here has a lot of different places where you can go to find sources that you can't really find online. More accurate sources, better sources than the ones that you're going to find if you use Google. So watch these two videos. It will show you how to narrow down your search terms and use the most accurate and useful search terms to find what you're looking for. And eventually you will get to practice that, I think in the next slide. Yeah, in the next slide here you'll get to use this worksheet to figure out your search terms that you're going to use, and then it will show you how to put them in as well. So go through this worksheet, figure out the search terms you want to use for practice, and then try to find some articles to use for your paper. Articles would be easiest. Alright. Next part here is the assignment where you will go ahead and turn your completed draft into your peers. I'm giving you, again, until Wednesday at midnight to do this. You need to complete your draft, which should be 5 to 6 pages. And you need to make sure that it has all of the different parts of the assignment. If you want to review the different parts of the assignment, you can go back to week 2. On the assignment 1 personal narrative section, which is the second part, you can scroll down, click on this document here, and it will show you all of the parts of the assignment so that you can make sure that you have all of them. Once you're sure that you've got all the different things that you need for the assignment, you have 3 sources, you have all the different pages that you need, you have a descriptive title, an introduction, body, paragraph, and conclusion, a works cited page with at least 3 sources, and in-text citations for those sources. Once you have all of those, turn this into the group. It should be the same group that you've had the whole time, I think. but this class is full of surprises. So yeah, turn this into your group, and then you will have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to find 2 people to give feedback to. What you'll do is you will go onto the discussion board. You'll find people that have the least feedback. You don't want to give feedback to people that already have a lot of feedback. Find someone who has no feedback or just 1 piece of feedback. Read over their paper. Tell them what you like about it, and tell them ways you think they can improve. And that doesn't have to be critical. Maybe you're telling them, I'd like to see more details here. I'd like to learn more about this. I'd like to hear more about this, the recovery that you went through, or whatever it is. Yeah, but read it carefully and thoroughly, and then provide detailed feedback using the Assignment 1 peer review guide. So down here is your peer review guide, and if we open that up, it has a list here. This is the same list, actually, I think, that came... Is this the same one from the other one? Yeah, it shows how many points everything is worth, so make sure that they have all of these things, and make sure that you have all of these things when you're finishing up your paper as well. And if you see them missing something, if you see something that isn't correct all the way, make sure that you point that out and you show them how to do it. Maybe they don't know what they are doing wrong, as many of us often don't. Alright. So, by Saturday at midnight, you need to have that turned in. And then... Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. So the last thing here, set up a session with the library chat. What this is you can schedule a time that is convenient for you to talk to people at the library and go over your research topic. They can help you find sources. They can help you learn how to use the library tools. You will need to use those your whole time in college, so you might as well take this opportunity in order to make sure that you have that down and develop a relationship with these people at the library that you really should be working with every semester this year. And alright, speaking of the library, by Sunday, that would be Sunday, whatever week this is, you're going to need to make sure that you have your second library assignment in. Yeah, week 4, so it's your second library assignment. Make sure that you have that in by the Sunday after your peer reviews are due. Alright guys, so it's a pretty heavy week. Hopefully you've gotten started on some of this stuff already so that it's not so bad. I will come in during the week and I will give you feedback on your narratives as well, so that you can see various things to work on for the final draft. Next week you'll have all week to do the final draft, and it'll be due on Saturday. Alright guys, good luck out there. Get started writing. See all of you in the discussions.